we spread out so much money
Millions
in the middle of a pandemic where was able to get money and feed their family when everything was shut down in America.
There's too much money being tossed around now.
And I was about to say, is that what?
You know, they paying that bread, and I tell you this, sir, this the wrong time to be trying to retire.
Yeah, sir.
This URL changed my life. Like, URL could give me 70% of whatever RBE offer me, and I'm taking URLs.
Battle rap is expensive, or it was expensive, and then they made it more expensive. They drove the price up.
The fans can't force URL to put out their content how they want to put out their content.
It's just not advantageous for us, you know? So I'm not saying I'm totally done with it forever. I mean, if they have a new way that we can monetize on YouTube that makes sense, then we'll revisit it again.
The Ultimate Rap League, or the URL, has really been cementing themselves as the leaders in hip-hop culture when it comes to the world of battle rap, at a time when mainstream lyrics have seemed to become a little watered down. One main focus for the URL has been to keep lyricism alive in the battle rap universe. And although, like every big business, there are people who aren't all in the way that they go about certain things, which we'll go over, we can't take away from the massive business moves that they've made, mixed with their decision to not only push the culture forward, but also to come back and spread the love around to the battle rap community. Now, just like any story, there's a beginning to where it all started. So let's rewind a little bit and take a look back to see how Smack and Beasley even came together to start this journey in the first place, to build this battle rap conglomerate. Back in the early 2000s, Smack, or Troy Mitchell, was busy building up his business with his Smack DVDs, using his knowledge of editing and cameras, along with his connection with certain artists in the area and around New York, to become the go-to hub for the latest on artist interviews, behind-the-scenes content, as well as including a battle rap between two well-known or up-and-coming names to end off the DVDs. Now, Eric Beasley, at the time, was coming off of working at the well-known Geffen Records, as well as managing some producers and artists. While managing these artists, he was aware of Smack and what he was doing with the DVDs, and Beasley wanted to get in contact with him to maybe set up an interview to see if one of his artists can appear on one of those DVDs. But the problem was that Smack had no contact information, and this was before social media, of course, so getting in touch with someone wasn't as easy. But one day, a friend of Beasley's had a group signed to Atlantic Records, and they were having a music video. While going to attend the said music video, on his way inside, he accidentally shoulder bumped somebody who was on their way out. And that person was the one and only Smack himself.
Yeah, me and Smack met some time ago, way before URL existed. Best day of his life. But nah, all jokes aside, man, at the time, man, it was one of the first Smack DVDs was out already, and I was working with a couple of artists at the time, and I wanted to get them onto the DVD, but I had no way of finding out who this guy was. You know, there was no number, there was no email, there was nothing, there was no social media. I was just asking around, and a friend of mine had a group that was signed to Atlantic Records, and they were doing a music video. So I actually showed up to the music video, and as I'm walking in the door, some clumsy dude bumps into me. It just so happened to be this guy. And I was like, yo, man, I've really been trying to get in contact with you. What you got going on is dope. And he was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. We exchanged numbers. The following day, he came up to the Bronx. We linked up with Lord Tariq and Soundview Projects, and we shot the Corey Guns freestyle for the Smack DVD, which kind of set things off. You know, I guess he liked the way, you know, that I was doing the interviews because I knew them. So, you know, I knew some people, he knew some people, and he had the technical end in terms of the editing, the shooting. I had the, I guess you could say, the hip-hop journalist angle, and then we just collaborated, and the rest was history.
After that Corey Guns freestyle, it seemed like Smack and Beasley found common ground, and I've been locked in ever since. The Smack DVDs were widely successful, but as the time started changing and the internet became more popular, new websites like World Star Hip Hop and YouTube were popping up and making the behind-the-scenes content that Smack was known for easier to access. This led to him and Beasley needing to adapt and create a new lane for themselves. These new websites were good at accessing behind-the-scenes content and artist interviews, but no one has seemed to properly present the battle rap portion of the DVDs the right way. This is when they decided on their next move. The battle rap segments were already popular, arguably the most popular, but now it was time to up the production. This turned into the creation of the new Ultimate Rap League, or the URO. They also created their YouTube channel and officially made the transition from DVDs to the internet wave.
2009, the Smack DVD era was kind of like, slowing down, you know what I mean? You had the YouTubes, the world stars in the world at the time. It was just like, content with regular rappers started to really like depreciate. We just thought that it makes sense to control something that, was entertaining and something that we could have control over, which was the battles. We basically raised the production, put it, in a venue and made a business out of it.
I used to love doing what I did, with the journalism of hip hop, running around, interviewing some of the, all of the biggest artists, actually, not some, but everybody from Eminem, 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Fat Joe, Ludacris, Jeezy. The list goes on. Lord forgive me, I can't name everybody, man. As technology caught up with time, when cameras was accessible. So we was talking about the Panasonics, PD-150 Sony joints. You had to have big cameras to basically record. Early 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, there was no camera phones. There's no cameras on the phones. True. You understand what I'm saying? The only camera you can have is a handheld camera. So, you had to really be out there in the field, and you had to have, a certain a level of equipment to actually capture, content. 2006, 2007 came around, motherfuckers started getting camera phones and shit like that. I used to go around interviewing all these artists and getting the latest information that basically was happening at that time with these artists. Now, you could have somebody see an artist at a gas station, Jeezy, pull out their phone, and yo, what happened with such and such? And the bloggers was taking all of and any content. They don't give a what it is, because they just care about the hits. And then, World Star came out. When World Star came out, when they was basically taking all of the content from any place and anywhere, they wasn't Smack used to produce. I used to produce my own content. You know what I'm saying? That's I didn't take no content from no third parties. You got YouTube came out. YouTube came out 2005, 2006. By 2007, 2006, 2007, World Star came out with content, hip hop content, just getting it from everywhere though, and it worked for them. It worked for them. It was very powerful because everything was at one place that everybody could go see the latest hip hop content from wherever source it came from. It didn't matter. By the time I come through with my shit was old. Because, it's just information, the highway information of the internet is just too fast. You couldn't keep up with it. All right, man, this artist, me interviewing artists, that's not it right now. Wow. So, if you're familiar with the Smack DVD movement, at the end of each DVD, I used to end it off with a battle. That was damn near the highlight of the DVD because it was hip-hop entertainment. It was something that, I captured that couldn't be recreated. And I felt it was my responsibility to represent, that art form of battle rap on my platform, Smack DVD, just because it was worldwide. When it came to the battle rap, me and my brothers realized, this is the shit that we need to really apply our focus and energy to, because it's just something that is like a hip-hop sport. I wanted to create a hip-hop sport where it's just a different form of hip-hop entertainment. I created a new form of hip-hop entertainment where people could appreciate a different aspect of hip-hop, which was lyricism and lyrics. It's a different skill set that you got to have to be a battle rapper. Oh, yeah. That, I created a platform for. And, I created a whole new industry inside the hip-hop culture where battle rappers can actually get paid for battle rapping, doing something that they love to do. Now you got other companies doing what they do. Yo, we'll pay you this to do this. It's cool. It's an industry now. Y'all know who started this shit, though. Y'all know who started, respectfully. If I'm lying, I'm flying.